I'm trying one last spot, which happens to be kind of closer to the dark side of the moon. I didn't want to go this direction, but we'll see if this is even the case. I'm kind of scouting it out and figuring out where the heck all of this stuff is, right? I'm having issues looking at the map here. Like, we were off over here, I flew down over here. There should be some craters in between now and then, but I haven't been able to find it. I've jumped to tons of them, and I haven't been able to find it. So maybe this will be the one. Again, just landing in Midlands. I don't know what's the deal here. I can't find these freaking craters. But I will not give up. I'm going to keep reloading and finding a crater until I find the one. Hopefully it'll be sooner rather than later. Okay, I've given up. I've literally looked everywhere that I potentially could around this area. I've dropped into pretty much every crater. Not working for me. So I will eventually get this science data, just not now. I think we have plenty to go back with. That will give us, you know, a lot to work with, basically. What we're trying to get here is just enough to get a few extra parts, and I will do that, you know, once we get back. We'll obviously get back to the planet. We'll land, we'll retrieve all of our science, we'll put it all back, we'll go into the science thing, and we'll get pretty much everything that we need for the next few missions, hopefully. I mean, I was really relying on getting this extra science data. It's just couldn't find it. So unfortunately, we're just going to have to scrub the rest of the mission and go back to the planet, which is a lot easier to get back than it is to get here, in my opinion. All in all, though, I would say for a first science mission to the moon, with the Airy science vessel, I think it's done a pretty good job, actually, all things considered. I'm just gonna use up the rest of these. Why not? You know, why not? Log temperature, yeah, sure, we haven't done that before here. Let's get the science from that, and I don't think we can crew report. Nope, okay. That's fine. Like I said, I'm fine with the fact that it was, you know, it wasn't necessarily what I wanted, but it got us a lot of science from it. From the first ever Ares space mission, science vessel space mission, I think we could be happy with that. We could be very happy with that. It's just unfortunate that we weren't able to get one more biome. Just couldn't find it. Maybe a bit ambitious with trying to get that one crater. I mean, it's a series of craters. There are a lot more kind of off over to where we landed the first part here, so we can, you know, we can work with that. We can, and we will eventually kind of go back close to that crater that had the arch, right? There's more science around there. There's 3 more craters to the west of that area, so I'm sure we will be fine. Also, we have like a weird don't ask me, weird maneuver node, but we need to slow the heck down from here. We'll probably get another moon encounter, honestly. I would not be surprised to see that at all, especially as we slow down. Yeah, it's probably gonna throw us off a bit, but we should be fine. We just need to get our periapsis close enough to the planet that we can begin our re-entry. Yeah, a little curly Q there. Kind of had a feeling that would happen, but if we slow down enough, we'll go zipping past the planet, or past the moon, I'm pretty sure. I know I'm slowing down, but the moon encounter itself is really throwing us off. There we go. It's getting back to where it needs to be. Look, we also have plenty of fuel too. I'm happy with how this science vessel has performed on the moon itself. I think it's done exquisitely as far as fuel consumption and, you know, being able to go different biomes and all of that stuff. I think it's been very, very good. So let's get out of the orbit there. Okay, perfect. So, whoa, need to slow down so I can do this. And I'm just gonna get my periapsis close to, you know what? We could probably just bring it in, actually, into the atmosphere. That may be slightly too little. About 30,000 should be more than enough, I think. We'll quick save just to be sure. And we might be coming in a bit fast, but I don't think we will have many issues, if any at all. this thing is quite structurally sound. We are bringing in a bit extra weight with us with the fuel, but I think if we move the gears in, do they all come in? Except the broken one? Okay, we could kind of expect that, which is unfortunate. Maybe I should redo how I'm coming in here, get a bit more height, and then lower in the apoapsis. That could potentially be worth it, but let's just see how this goes, right? I'll quick save here because I can always readjust my orbit from here pretty easily with how much fuel we have left. Warning, using physics warp can affect structural stability. I know that, thank you. It's because I reinstalled mods. It's because it's a fresh install. All of the tutorial pop-ups have yet to go away. Now, I am, as soon as I hit the atmosphere, going to pop my chutes. And this is going to be a bit unstable coming in, but we should be fine. That one piece is what I'm going to be worried about there. We'll see how quickly we can actually slow down as we hit our atmosphere, though. Literally watching that leg like a hawk. I can't have that break. If we have it break, we could still land, especially with our chutes and the amount of fuel that we have left. But we're going to have to get a little creative. Thankfully, it looks like we may land over the ocean, which would help that out a little bit. It would actually kickstand itself. It would hit the ocean first and cause the rest of it to kind of dump into the ocean. But if we're going in slow enough, we should be fine and not have any issues whatsoever. I'm still surprised that we're slowing down here. Actually, you know, it's nice. Oop, there goes the parachutes. It's nice is that this has such a flat bottom that it provides a lot of drag for Ferrum aerospace, which means it slows us down quite a bit. So coming in at, 3,000 meters a second is really nice because with this science vessel, it's designed well enough that I can handle that and come in at a fairly nice angle, but still slow down enough, retard my speed enough as is the case. But I think the only issue I'm going to have is with this landing gear. And remember, this landing gear broke the first time we sat down on the moon because we just came in at a weird angle, a little fast. So for future reference, as we add a little bit more to the science vessel, like the soil samples and a few other things, we just got to know that when we go back to the moon. Because we're going to use this exact design again, except we're going to add a few more parts to it that will increase our science yield and potentially add a little different lights in case we have to land on the dark side, because when I did land in the dark, the ground came at me real fast. The light did illuminate the ground, but not until I was just like a few meters away from it, so I'm going to have to adjust that. So New Rod is definitely coming back with a lot of data to provide the guys. They know for sure that there are some improvements that they can make and that they will certainly make once we get back there, but for the most part it's a matter of getting kind of the right balance of parts that we'll need and not taking too much up with us, because if we start adding too much, it's going to add a lot more weight, which will reduce the efficiency of the craft itself. This also, as we said before, will become a lot more efficient once we hit Minmus, because Minmus has a lot lower gravity. So, it's going to be a really, really good science vessel for Minmus, and the fact that we're getting so much off of the moon with it is very, very good, at least, in my opinion. Will New Rod be the next one to go up with it? I think he's had enough training with this science vessel. I think we might want to send a new person up and get them running with this, just to kind of have multiple Kerbals feel it out, feel this mission out, so that way, if anything ever happens to New Rod, forbid it, it might, but forbid it, then then other people will be familiar enough with the vessel itself that we can run maybe multiple missions at once also. So that would be a benefit to that. And here we go. It's gonna touch down gently, I would say, and we're gonna try to recover as quickly as possible. Don't want it to fall over. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. That couldn't have gone any better, that landing, even with the broken leg. Fine. And we have 1,150 science. It's a lot of science that you get. Imagine if we were managing to do one more biome, we'd probably have about 1,500. So what we're going to do here, I still haven't decided if I want to use carbonite or not. We'll figure that out in the future. What we want to do is pick up some of these really important science ones. So like we want the barometer later on, not necessarily right now, but there's the gravitoli detector. We'll definitely want that, but maybe I should pick up some of these first. It's always hard. It's always tough when you're deciding what exactly you want. We'll get some of these, and we don't really need any of that. What is this? That would be nice to have. Extra science, basically. So we'll spend 300 and we'll definitely get that. And the chem we might want to bring with us. It's extra science, and that moves us further along to... Oh, there's something new there. Yep. That comes with the new mod update. Also, I don't know what that is, but apparently I don't have it, so I'm going to pick it up. Do I want the barometer? Probably not, because it's atmospheric pressure. We have 300 science to purchase all this stuff. We have 440 total, so we can either get something over here or we can get some of this. I don't think any of this is super helpful to us at the moment. A lot of this will be used to make the X203, but I don't need that at the moment. We are going to definitely make another mission to the moon. What else do we have here? Some more flight stuff. I can't afford this, but some of that stuff would be really nice, including that. So I think if I pick up, this is a tough choice. I think if I pick up the chem, that would be worth it. That's more science to bring along with us. So let's do that. We have 140 left, and we can't purchase any of this stuff at the moment. But I think the next step is really just to upgrade the Ares science vessel with a lot of the new science parts that we had, go back to the moon, pick up a lot more science. It would actually be exponentially more with 3 more pieces that we have that we'll bring along with us, and that will yield a lot more science. So let's upgrade that, and we'll head right back to the moon, possibly doing a polar orbit.